Franklin TV Sports presents exciting Franklin High School boys lacrosse. Today it's the opening game of the 25 season as the Franklin High Panthers will be meeting the Tigers of Oliver Ames in this varsity lacrosse matchup. Hi neighbors and welcome to our telecast. I'm Pete Boyce. Our producer today is Maddie Kozak. Franklin, the first game of the season, and they unveil a new head coach today. He's Chris Baker, the longtime assistant here at Franklin under Coach Lou Varaki for many, many years, and his key assistant this year will be Tom O'Rourke, the former outstanding lacrosse player at the U.S. Air Force Academy. And Tom scored over 200 goals in his illustrious career at Air Force. But it's high school lacrosse here today in Franklin, looking to get the season going. They have a Hockomock foe here tonight, and that's the Oliver Ames Tigers. And so it'll be the two foes very familiar with one another. We'll be meeting on the pitch here at the City Stadium turf. It's 48 degrees and partly cloudy, a little bit hazy. The wind thankfully has died down a bit. It was really roaring yesterday for the girls' game. It was unbelievable. Today it's a little quieter, but we look to see the Panthers make some good plays against a team that they should be favored to beat, as the OA Tigers have had a bit of a struggle in recent years. And Franklin, of course, had a good tournament. They were undefeated in the Hawk last year. They went all the way to play in one of the later round games of the tournament against St. John's Prep. St. John's Prep in Danvers, they just took everything. They've been on a roll for many years. So here we go. It's going to be Franklin in the home white with navy blue numerals and navy blue trim, and it'll be Oliver Ames in the black and orange with white numerals and orange trim. We have the crowd gathering here on the first home game of the season, the first regular season game for Franklin. For OA, they've played one. They defeated Middleborough earlier last week, 14-5. And we're underway for the Panthers and the OA Tigers. Ball is loose, battle for it at the midfield stripe. Nobody wants to come up with it. Now the Panthers have it. Going from right to left across your screen. So they reveal a new coach in Chris Baker. His son, Flynn Baker, is on the team. Franklin working it out deep. Little bobble there. And they'll come back to the top. Handled by Thomas Quinn, the junior. Quinn holding. 4 12-minute periods here in high school lacrosse. Now with it is Nate Walsh. Comes all the way near the midfield stripe where the Panthers advance the ball now. Very deliberate on offense to start this game. Franklin maneuvering in, gets some daylight. The shot there in the goal. Nate Walsh opens up the scoring for Franklin. And it's Nate Walsh. Makes it 1-0 on the Nate Walsh goal. And that didn't take long. It comes with 11:01. 59 seconds into the game. Franklin is on the board. They lead it 1-0. Nice start for Franklin. OA is coached also by a new coach in his first year. He was a longtime assistant back earlier. He coached for 15 years as an assistant. This is his first year as the head coach. He also had some stints elsewhere. His name is Pat Healy. He coached at Stoughton for a while. He also coached at Curry College, where Chris Baker, the Franklin coach, went to school. So they're buddies. 1-0 Panthers. In the draw again. And Franklin comes out with it. With it is Rocco Lampasona. And the pass is Eric's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Oliver Ames with its first possession of the game. So glad you're with us, fans, here on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on YouTube. Struggling to bring it up is Christian McNeil, and Franklin steals it. Down low, the shot in the goal again. Quick steal. It's resulted in a turnover, and Jack O'Connor makes it 2-0 Franklin. Wow, what a start for Franklin. 2 goals in less than 2 minutes of play. Walsh got the first one. Now Jack O'Connor gets one at 10:35. Just 25 seconds after the Walsh goal, O'Connor lights it up. Here we go again with another draw. Digging for it, trying to win the draw is Lampersona, and OA has it, but it's stolen. Picked off beautifully by Jack Fairweather, the senior, and he loses it. And OA digging for it. Franklin trying to come out with it, still struggling. It's still loose, and now OA has it. They take it upfield. Jared Cohen, he has an advance on the left side. The shot there is wide on a nice shot by Lucas Ganji. But his shot was wide. OA was back to the fence to cover it, and they'll retain possession. 2-0 Franklin, 10:06 to go here in the first period. Pete Royce with you from Piscini Stadium. OA into the offensive zone. With it there is Lucas Ganji, still with it, takes a bump. Ganji reverses field, and he'll drop it out top for Thomas Hearn. Hearn in the middle, ball is loose in the air on turf, and Franklin comes out with it. Franklin will start out. With it for the Panthers is Tyler Crandall, the senior. And he passes it up, it's caught. Franklin advancing here, drops it back out deep. It's going to go to Jack O'Connor. He's got a goal already tonight. A whistle stops play, and a penalty here. A penalty is called. It's a flag on the play. And let's see. Somebody's going to go off. Going off for OA is going to be Brody Foreman. So he's in the penalty area. Two players are off. Foreman is off. And also off is going to be Thomas Hearn. Franklin playing with two players advantage now. 9:17 to go. 1 minute on the penalty to Hearn and 30 seconds on the penalty to Brody Foreman. Play back in. Panthers have it. Two players up. A long shot, and that's another goal by Franklin on a wicked drive, and that was put in by Quinn Keelty. Keelty makes it 3-0. Quinn Keelty, the junior, he scores at 9:08. What a start for Franklin, their opening game, their first game ever under new head coach Chris Baker. 3-0. Lampersona to take the draw again for the Panthers. Referees today are Jim Costello and Paul Murphy. Franklin, Lampersona, a little underhanded pass. That's complete. Franklin will take it behind the goal. They lead it 3-0 early on. With it for Franklin behind the net was Charlie Ballerino. Whistle stops play. And sub coming in. It's a turnover, and it'll be away with the ball. In goal for OA is Jason Campanella. The ball comes all the way through, taken by the Panther goalkeeper. And for Franklin, that's Sam Friedman, the senior captain in goal for the Panthers. The other captains for Franklin, Drew McCarthy and Flynn Baker, the coach's son. With it is Flynn Baker, just mentioned Flynn. Here he is with the ball. He charges, he shoots, it's wide. The hustle for the ball, it's going to go to the back line. And the first to the ball are the OA Tigers. They'll have it with 8:10 left here in the first period. Fast start for Franklin. Lead it 3-0. Franklin undefeated last year in Hockomock play. With it is Logan McAndrew. He fires one up. It's going to be Friedman comes out of the goal and get the ball for Franklin. The goal is empty, but he gets the pass upfield to Ben Skasha, the junior. Skasha loses the ball. Away, coming back quickly. Brody Foreman, he's out of the penalty area, as is the other player who was out, and that would have been Thomas Hearn. Both teams at full strength now. Franklin will circle it back. With it for the Panthers is Finn Mitchell, the senior. Franklin deliberate now. They go back out to Mitchell, and he'll backpedal it out. Check out that OA defense. Mitchell draws 2. Franklin in no hurry here, trying to work their offense. Thomas Quinn holding, passing. For the Panthers, Seamus Conlon with it. Conlon gets it out top for Thomas Quinn, and back on the right wing it goes. Franklin making a move. The shot there is wide, and Franklin is going to get to the ball. They'll retain possession. 6:36 to go in the first period. OA came late. They had bus trouble. It sounded like a flat tire on the bus coming up from Easton. So this game started about 20 minutes late. Panthers with it, with the lead. Looking for a pass. Losing the ball there. It's loose, and the Tigers come away with it, and Franklin gets a stick in there, and they chase it down. Ball is still loose. Panther loses the stick, and the ball is taken back by Colin Howarth. Franklin steals it. Now it's restolen. No, it's loose on the floor, on the turf, and gathered in by John Pedro. Whistle stops play near the midfield stripe. And the ball will go back to the Tigers. We're under 6 minutes left in the first period. 3-0 Franklin. Thomas Hearn. There it goes down. Hearn still travels with it on the left wing. Away looking to get on the board. Here's Hearn. Nice pass. The shot there is wide. Good play. Lucas Ganji sent it wide. Nice play by the Tigers, but to no avail, and Franklin will take over. No, I'm sorry. OA still has it. They were first to the ball. Coming up on 5.5 to go. This is Ganji. Ganji, way out deep it comes. Retreating there is Brayton Gendro. Back to Ganji. Ball is loose, gathered up by Friedman, Sam Friedman in goal. And he starts a nice pass. Good release out to the Panthers. Spinning through is Flynn Baker. Pass on the left side, coming through. The shot is wide on the shot by Jake Fairweather. Franklin trying to chase it down. They cannot. And the ball will go off of OA. It'll be Franklin ball. Franklin scored last at 9:08, so we've gone about 4.5 minutes without a score. Franklin put up 3 scores in the first 3 minutes of the game. Going off now is Alex Weber. There's a shot there, is wide on the blast by Thomas Quinn. And Franklin back to recover it. And the Panthers have it back in the offensive zone. They lead it 3-0. This is Thomas Quinn with it. Walsh. Shot misfired. The turnaround shot is put in on a nice reaction there. And the goal by Thomas Quinn. So Quinn makes it 4-0. Well, we said the Panthers hadn't scored in a while. Well, that didn't take long. At 4:15, they get their 4th goal of the game. 4 different players have scored for the Panthers: Walsh, O'Connor, Keelty, and Thomas Quinn. The draw at midfield, Rocco Lampasona, the one taking the draws for Franklin. He usually gets off. They call it Fogo. Face off and get off. Franklin's had a history of great Fogo players. And Lampasona will take it himself. He's not getting off yet. Now he's going to head to the sideline. Good job by Rocco Lampasona. It's amazing how Franklin has just developed that position so well over the years. In the game now is Finn Mitchell replacing Lampasona. And a whistle here. Player was trying to enter the game. The referee said, "You can't come in yet." And he stopped play. And the ball goes over to Oliver Ames. Still looking for its first goal. Ben Weeks. Over to Pedro, and he loses the ball. Franklin tries to come back. A whistle stops play. And it's going to be a push. It looks like it's going to be a penalty against Franklin. And let's check who's in the penalty area. Going off for the Panthers is going to be Ben Skasha, the junior. So he's off for 1 minute. The first penalty of the game against Franklin. 2 penalties against OA so far. 4-0 is your score. Play back in. OA. Kanji sends it out deep, but it's heading towards the out-of-bound marker, and Braden Gendro could not come up with it. 38 seconds left on the penalty. 39 seconds left on the penalty to Panthers. Skasha. Well, let's check it. I think the penalty is on Jordan Gaspar. Gaspar with the penalty, not Skasha. Back out deep for Franklin. Drew McCarthy, the captain. He's going to leave it for Nate Walsh. Under 3 minutes to go. 12 seconds on the penalty to Gaspar. Franklin trying to kill some clock till they get to even strength. With it there is Skasha. And he rolls it back out deep to Nate Walsh. And the penalty is up, and Franklin is at full strength. With it for Franklin is Quinn Keelty. He's got a goal today. Here's the pass, the shake and bake, the shot, and the goal. Nate Walsh gets his second goal of the game. Beautiful fake by Nate Walsh. He had the first goal, now he's got the last one. Walsh scores at 2:19, just when Franklin went back to even strength. They worked it beautifully. So 2 goals by Walsh, 1 by O'Connor, 1 by Keelty, and 1 by Tom Quinn. Pete Royce with you. Our producer, our director, our technologist today is Maddie Kozak. 5-0 Franklin with 2:19 to go in the first period. This is the opening game of the 2025 season in boys lacrosse. They reveal their new head coach today, Chris Baker. What a start for Coach Baker. Lampasona gets the draw. He's going to come off again. Did his job. Keelty back for Gaspar. It goes behind to Skasha. And the Panthers will get a touch just about for every player. Coming through with it is Nate Walsh. Franklin has dominated play here. The low shot is wide. No, it went in. Jack O'Connor scores again. O'Connor makes it 6-0 Panthers. Jack O'Connor, his second goal. And that comes with 1:37 left here in the first. O'Connor with 2, Walsh with 2, Keelty with 1, And Quinn with one. 6-0, Franklin. They're rolling here on opening day. Lampisona wins the draw again. He'll take it upfield. Over on the left wing. Behind the goal. Back out to Gaspar. Franklin. A lot of offensive time here for the Panthers. Franklin setting it up. Thomas Quinn starts his move. Finds a shot there, and the blast, and that's a goal again. And that was pumped home by Nate Walsh. Walsh with the hat trick goal for Nate. Makes it 7-0. That comes with just 55.6 seconds to go here in the first period. Sheer domination by the Panthers. They lead it 7-0 in the first period. Wow, what a start for Franklin. Remember, Franklin swept through the Hockomock schedule last year. And they're on their way to a nice outcome here today, apparently. A hold called against Franklin. The ball will be turned over to Oliver Ames. So the Tigers being shut out so far will have it in their offensive zone. Thomas Hearn takes a bump, a push. Off the left shoulder. Holding. And he sends one wide. It's going to be chased down by Franklin's Tyler Crandall, the senior, with 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Franklin dominating here over Oliver Ames. Panthers with 20 seconds to go. With it is Seamus Conlon. Conlon dips a shoulder down. In the game is Carter Balducci. Spinning through, trying to get a shot off. There's the shot. And the goal again. And that one was by Jack O'Connor. O'Connor makes it 8-0. And that goal comes with just 2.3 seconds to go. Talk about using the clock to their advantage. The Panthers had the last 30 or 40 seconds in possession, and they scored with 2.3 seconds to go, leaving very little time on the clock for a way to do anything here in the first period. 8-0. Tremendous start for Franklin in the opener. Lampisona has been excellent in drawing the ball off the center stripe. He gets it over to Fairweather, and the first quarter comes to a close. All Franklin all the time here in the opener as they lead it 8-0 over Oliver Ames. Franklin will return to action on Monday. They'll be their next game. They'll be at Milford. That's a 4:15 face-off in Milford against the Scarlet Hawks. And Franklin will return home for boys lacrosse on Friday, April 10th. So that's a week from Friday. They'll be home to face Taunton, and Taunton will come in for a 3:45 face-off here from Piscini Stadium. For Oliver Ames, their next game will be Monday as well. They'll be home to Taunton at 3:45. So Franklin already with goals by, in this order, Walsh, O'Connor, Keelty, Quinn, Walsh, O'Connor, Walsh, O'Connor. Unbelievable production by those. So Walsh has 1, 2, 3. O'Connor has 3. There's 2 hat tricks already. Walsh with 3. O'Connor with 3. Keelty with 1. And Quinn with 1. The 6 Franklin goals in the first period. Franklin, looking at their roster, there's a lot of upperclassmen and very few, if any, freshmen or or sophomores. I don't see any freshmen or sophomores on the roster. Could be wrong. There's one player I don't have his year in class. Two of them actually, Jamison Riskin and Cole McInerney. I don't know their years, but everybody else is a senior or a junior for Franklin. And also Colby Hodney. I don't have his year of class. But I see a whole bunch of seniors and a whole bunch of juniors. So this is a veteran team. Franklin lost its entire offensive starting unit to graduation last year. It's attack people, I should say, not the whole starting unit. But those who play in score, they've lost them. But look at this. They've just come back and they've revealed all of these scoring opportunities, and finishing up was a hat trick for Walsh. And Walsh has just been outstanding here today. And he has 3 goals. He's a junior, speaking of juniors. O'Connor with 3 goals, and he's a senior. So a senior with a hat trick and a junior with a hat trick. It's 8-0 Franklin. We've played only 12 minutes in this one. Second quarter about to start. Again, the officials are Jim Costello. He's the taller of the 2 officials, and Paul Murphy, the shorter one. They're bundled up to 48 degrees at game time. Thankfully, the wind has calmed down a bit. And we start the second quarter. In this period, Franklin will be going from left to right across your screens, and Oliver Ames in the orange and black will be going from right to left. Lampasona to take the draw against Anthony Finch. The referee, Paul Murphy, places the ball in the respective nets of the 2 opponents on the ground, and here we go. Lampasona again gets the draw. Right up the middle comes Rocco. And he's going to shoot, and he's going to bounce one in. The Fogo gets a goal. Rocco Lampasona. That's a kind of a rarity to see the player who's on for face-offs get the goal. He just took it right up the middle and hit a one-hopper. And he scores with only 7 seconds gone at 11:53. Franklin leads it 9-0. What a play by Rocco Lampasona. Lampasona, only a junior. He'll be back next year. There's a foul on the play. It's going to be against Franklin, and OA will have it. Kept off the board so far with 1 period gone, a little bit gone of the second period. For Oliver Ames, it's Thomas Hearn. He just directs traffic. Hearn just holding. Franklin setting up its defense. It's pitched a shutout so far. Ganji. He hits one, but his stick was deflected and the ball just popped in the air. A little looping fly ball, and the Panthers chase it down. So good defense again by Franklin. They lead it 9-0 here on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on YouTube. So glad you're with us, fans, as we bring you this lacrosse telecast from Piscini Stadium. O'Connor. He's got a hat trick. Franklin. Goes on defense here. Ball to their goalkeeper. That's a bit of unusual. Jason Campanella. And it's stolen back by Franklin. So very little offensive time for the Tigers here today. That's attributable to the strong defense by Franklin. Good forechecking by the Panthers. And Jack O'Connor has it on the right wing. Take it behind the net and around and back out. 1:45 gone here in the second period. Seamus Conlon. Back around it, the net it comes. Everybody getting a touch. Conlon. Back to Conlon from O'Connor. Franklin just passing the perimeter. Long possession brewing for the homestanding Panthers. Now they make a move. The shot there hits the post. The shot by Fairweather hit the post and bounced away. Franklin still retains possession. And there's a wicked blast. A nice pass and the goal by Ben Skasha. Skasha makes it 10-0 at 9:19. Ben Skasha. His name is spelled S-C-A-C-C-I-A. He makes it 10-0 Franklin. 8 goals in the first period. 2 more quickly here. Less than 3 minutes gone in the second period. Sun beginning to come out here. Was kind of clouded over for a while. Very pleasant. 49 degrees, but no wind. We'll take it. Lampasona, he's been outstanding as a face-off person for the Panthers so far today. Under new coach Chris Baker, his first year replacing the legendary coach Lou Veracchi. Lampasona kicks it forward. It's picked up in there by Colin Howarth. And he'll drop it on the left side for Jace Pearden. Oh, wait, trying to get something going. Logan McAndrew has it, number 1. Ball is loose on the turf. Franklin hustling for it, still coming out with it. And they do take it back on a nice pick on the grounder by Drew McCarthy, one of the captains. 8:37 to go here in the second period. All Franklin here tonight, 10-0. Luke Malo is in the game now for Coach Baker. Luke Malo, number 14. This is he with it now. Malo, he's a junior. Out top for Malo. And he's running the offense for Franklin right now. O'Connor, what a game he's had. Franklin starting through, a pass there. It's picked off on a nice play by their goalkeeper, Jason Campanella. He just reached and stole the ball out of midair. Nice play by Campanella. Over to Jace Pearden. His ball is misfired. There's down on the turf, and coming out with it is McAndrew. Now a whistle stops play. A foul against Franklin. A free start here for Owe, and Brody Foreman will have it. Foreman takes a bump, continues on. A real hard hit there. And Foreman lost the ball on that hit, I believe. Ball is loose on the turf. Franklin comes out with it. This is Flynn Baker, the coach's son. Flynn, also a championship basketball player, a state champion just a few weeks ago. Makes the switch to lacrosse, does Flynn Baker. He's one of their captains. Under 7 to go in the first period. A blowout ensuing here at Piscini Stadium. 10-0 Franklin. Malo. Franklin again works it around. O'Connor. It's been quiet in the second period with a hat trick in the first period. Ball is on the turf. Franklin battling for it. Owe comes out with it on a nice play there by Ganji. He gets it up on the left side. Here's a pass in front. The shot, the save there by Friedman. Friedman with a rare opportunity to do something. He gets the job done. Malo takes a wicked hit. And the ball is forced to Kanji. And now a whistle stops play. It's a penalty way out at the midfield stripe. Let's see what that referee, Jim Costello, is going to call. And let's see who's going to go into the penalty area. It was a hard hit. it was a delayed call, and Christian McNeil is going to go into the penalty area. McNeil, now let's check it. It's not McNeil, it's Lucas Ganji. He's going to go out for 1 minute. Ganji. It might have been the hit that we saw there, but they let the play on, and now the penalty is called. Franklin goes a player up for 1 minute with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Panthers on offense, as usual. Now in the game for Franklin is Quinn Keelty again. He had a breather. This is he with it. Back to Keelty. In front, the shot there. It's misfired on a wicked blast by Thomas Quinn. Franklin gets the ball back. Keelty. And O'Connor playing catch. Back to Keelty. Keelty's going to shoot. It hits the post. Rebound is loose. Franklin comes up with it. At the top is Keelty. He passes to O'Connor. The shot there is blocked. The struggle for it, and OA comes with it back behind their own net. With 5 minutes to go in the first half. This is Logan McAndrew. And he's bumped out, and he loses the ball. Panthers have it. Coming in shot for a shot. It's wide. The rebound, no. And Franklin will take it again. Keelty on the left side, now under the zone, under the net, I should say. Coming around. Looping pass. Franklin in no hurry here. They have the big lead. To the top goes Quinn Keelty. 4:24 to go in the first half. 10-0 Franklin. Charge there, little drop pass. It misfires, picked up here by Thomas Quinn. He'll retreat. O'Connor with 3 goals so far tonight. He shoots again, it's wide, and Franklin will chase it down. First to the ball is Jack Fairweather. So 2 new players have scored for Franklin in the second period, Lampasona and Skasha. We had Walsh with 3 and O'Connor with 3 in the first period, Keelty and Quinn with 1 each. There's your total of 10. Under 4 to go here in the first half. Sun a little more brightly shining down. As Quinn Keelty will just relax. Everybody taking a deep breath. Franklin now goes into its set offense. Keelty around a screen. Gets some daylight, spins through, 360, cannot shoot. Off the left shoulder. He drops the ball, but nobody knew it. He found it again. Behind the net it comes to the Panthers. With it there is Thomas Quinn. And this pass goes astray. And it'll still be off of OA with 3:13 to go there in the first half. Jack O'Connor. Very relaxed atmosphere at the moment here at Piscini Stadium. As taking it down is Quinn. And his shot is wide. Franklin there to cover it up with Jack Fairweather. Under 3 to go in the quarter. Fairweather to O'Connor. O'Connor shoots, and that's a nice block there. I believe Campanella got a cage on it. Got his stick out there and deflected it. Franklin still with the offense brewing. Coming up on 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Quinn takes a bump. We'll get it out deep to Keelty. Thomas Quinn to Quinn Keelty. Quinn to Quinn. 2:15 to go. Here's the shot and the score by Thomas Quinn. Quinn gets his second goal of the game. And it becomes an 11-0 game at 2:12. So Franklin goes 7 minutes and 7 seconds without a game, without a score. That's their longest so-called quote-unquote drought, if you can call it that. Tom Quinn gets his second goal, third goal of the quarter. Franklin leads it 11-0. Just 2:12 to go here in the second period. Pete Royce with you. Matty Kozak alongside with the sights and sounds for your viewing pleasure. 11-0. What a start for new coach Chris Baker. You just got to wonder how many victories will Coach Baker pick up over his career ahead of him, following in the footsteps of the legendary Lou Verrocchi. We wish Lou all the best for his retirement from the head program here at Franklin. Out deep it comes to Finn Mitchell. Mitchell unloads, that's wide to the back line. Franklin is there to recover it. 11-0 Franklin. Cole McInerney gets it over to Seamus Conlon. Franklin, we're in the final 2 minutes of the period. Conlon. Dropped there momentarily by Finn Mitchell. And he'll take it back out to the center of the field. 1:12 left. Mitchell tries to get a pass through in heavy traffic. The ball is on the ground. Now it flies up. And coming out with it is Ganji. He can't quite control. Now he regains control. He sends one upfield. Players going down in a heap of foot traffic. Foul against Franklin, and OA will have it with 50.9 seconds to go. They've been kept off the scoreboard, and Franklin steals it. Franklin takes it back. We're in the final minute of play here in the first half. Franklin shifting up. Out deep it comes. 18 seconds to go. Whistle stops play. And I'm not sure what the call was, but OA has it in the final 12 seconds. With it is McAndrew. He can't control it, and Franklin can run out the clock. A long, long pass with 3 seconds to go. It's picked up by Campanella. He sends it the other way, and there's the buzzer. So 2 long passes to end the first half. What a half for Franklin High. They score 8 goals in the first period and tack on 3 more in the second, and they lead it by the score of 11-0 over the Tigers of Oliver Ames. We're going to pause and take a break as we're at halftime here from Piscini Stadium. It'll be a 10-minute half. We'll be back in about 9.5 minutes to lead off the second half. Your score at halftime is Franklin 11, Oliver Ames nothing. We'll be back as you're watching exciting Franklin Boys Lacrosse on Franklin TV, streaming worldwide on YouTube. We'll be back in about 9 minutes. Welcome back, fans, to Piscini Stadium. We're at halftime of this inaugural game in the 2025 season. Franklin with a big output in the first half. They lead it over Oliver Ames at halftime by the score of 11-0. Pete Royce with you. Matty Kozak alongside. Franklin exploded for 8 goals in the first period. This is the order of scoring for the Panthers. Nate Walsh at 11:01, Jack O'Connor at 10:36. Notice the frequency of these goals. Quinn Keelty at 9:08. Then a little lapse. Tom Quinn at 4:15, Nate Walsh at 2:19, Jack O'Connor at 1:37, Nate Walsh at 55.6, and Jack O'Connor at 2.3. The second period, Rocco Lampasone, who usually just takes face-offs, he scored, got the face-off, ran upfield and scored. 9-0 at 11:53. Ben Skasha made it 10-0 at 9:19. And one of the goal, Tom Quinn, his second of the goal of the game at 2:12, made it 11-0. So that's where we stand. Franklin in the home white will be going from right to left across your screens in the third period. And Oliver Ames looking for its first goal of the game. They did, remember, have an opening round game win against Middleborough last week, 14-5, but they've met their match here today. They trail it 11-0. The officials again are Jim Costello, the taller official, and Paul Murphy, the shorter one. We'll watch for the scoring lead rule. At some point they may run the clock, but not yet. I think that's in the fourth period, and I think you have to have a 12-goal lead. Franklin has it with the Panthers going on offense. Tom Quinn. And he turns it over, or it's turned over. A bump there by Franklin, and Owe will get the fresh, clean start near midfield. Ganji with it on the right wing. He's swallowed up, can't penetrate. His pass comes out to the top. Taken there by Thomas Hearn. Back to Ganji. They take it behind the goal now. First half minute of play here in the third period. Ball is taken loose in a turnover. Franklin will dig it out. They'll go to their goalkeeper, Sam Friedman. He's not let anything come by. He hasn't had a lot of scoring opportunities against him. What he's had, he's turned back. This is Jack Harrington. Ball dropped there in the corner. Panthers take it under. Back out top. To the far side the ball goes. A little reverse. Franklin switching up their players into the offensive zone. Gaspar comes around a screen. He's going to shoot. It's blocked. That was hit. It hit the cage of the goalkeeper, Campanella, I believe. Franklin back for it, though. And they get it out top. There's the shot there in the goal. Another goal, Thomas Quinn. So he gets three players with hat tricks for the Panthers. Tom Quinn makes it 12-0, and his goal comes at 10-10. So not even 2 minutes in, Tom Quinn gets his second goal. So 3 goals by Walsh, 3 by O'Connor, 3 by Quinn now, and 1 by Keelty, and 1 by Skasha, and 1 by Lampasone. There's your 12 goals. Franklin way out in front. The draw by Rocco Lampasone, picked up by a Panther on a nice ground ball pickup by Finn Mitchell. Franklin into the attack zone, spinning through with it is Mitchell. Gaspar holding, gets a screen, gives it back. There's the pass in front. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, the player was in great position, but he couldn't handle the pass. And it's picked up and retreated backwards now by Kyron Walsh. Back out to Jack Fairweather. He's played a strong game, not necessarily scoring, but he's been on the ball a lot. Walsh, he shoots. It's wide. It's going to go to the back line, and Franklin is there to cover it. Gaspar with it. Just about 3 minutes into the third quarter, 12-0 Franklin. Coming around, Gaspar. He shoots. And did he score it? He scored it. How about that? Gaspar with the goal for Franklin. Jordan Gaspar makes it 13-0. So a new player heard from for the Panthers in their scoring column. That goal comes at 8:55. 13-0 for the Panthers. Franklin coached by new coach Chris Baker, not new to the program, but new as the head coach. And Oliver Ames coached by Pat Healy, not new to Oliver Ames, but it's his first year as head coach at OA. 8:43 to go, ball on the floor, on the turf, I should say. Comes back out to Fairweather. Fairweather has it knocked away, but he recovers it. Takes it off his left shoulder. Now the right shoulder pass down low. Franklin in front, can't control it, and it's picked off. Taken back by Oliver Ames. And here come the Tigers. With it upfield is Braden Gendro. He loses it. Ball on the turf, and Franklin has it again. Gaspar with a nice pickup of the ground ball. Charging through with it is Charlie Ballerino. Fairweather. Under 8 left in the third period. Franklin rolling. Fairweather will not shoot. Gets it over to Mitchell. Shot is wide there, and Franklin will chase it down and retain possession. 7.5 to go here, 7:31 exactly in the third period. Franklin on top, 13-0. There's the cutting pass. Oh, beautiful cut. And the beautiful score. And the score by Seamus Conlon. What a pass to Conlon. And he makes it 14-0. Seamus Conlon. His goal comes at 7:23. Franklin, again, on a torrid pace, much like they started the game with 3 goals early on, and added 3 here in the third period. 14-0. Lampisona again on the draw. Coming into the game now for Franklin is going to be Colby Hodney. Hodney in the game, wearing number 35. Lampisona digs it out. Franklin comes out of the pack with it. Gaspar bounces off his chest. Loose on the turf. Gets through, and Gaspar's going to pick it up, and he is tripped. And that's going to be a whistle there. Gaspar made a nice dive for the ball, and he wins the ball on the foul against Oliver Ames. We're under 7 to go here in the third. Franklin switching up. Lampisona goes off. Luke Mallow is in the game again. Also in the game for Franklin is Jamison Riskin. This is Riskin with it. Worked around to Skasha. He got a goal here today. In front. Ball is loose. Taken by the goalkeeper, Campanella, but he misfires on his release. And they're going to award it to Oliver Ames. Several subs coming in here in the game. Under 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the field momentarily. Get all the subs in. And now the clock winds. Costello and Murphy, the officials for today's game. Pass in front. The turnaround shot. It was a good opportunity there by Sean Tian. It just is turned aside by Friedman. So Oliver Ames still off the board. They trail it 14-0. Away with the possession, Ganji. Ganji trying to find some room, spinning around, 360 off the left shoulder, and he gets it back out deep to Braden Gendro. Now it comes over to Thomas Hearn. Hearn with the move, his shot, and it's a goal. Hearn scores it, and OA is on the board. Thomas Hearn makes it 14-1. Thomas Hearn, nice blast there. Comes at 5:46. The first goal of the game for Oliver Ames, and they trail it 14-1. It was a nice play by Thomas Hearn. He found some open space, and he lit it up on the left wing. The lights are on now here at Bassini Stadium. Ironically, they come on as the sun gets a little stronger. So a goal, Oliver Ames has to feel pretty good about that. Now whistle stops play. Foul on OA, and Franklin will have it. (14-1). Skasha. Under 5.5 to go in the third. Charlie Ballerino, the junior. And now in the game is Carter Balducci. Out top for Jamison Riskin. Skasha. Franklin taking their time. Riskin. He loops one down low, the cut there, and the shot and the goal. I believe that was Gaspar. We'll try to confirm that. Franklin leads at 15-1. I believe that was Gaspar. I'm not totally sure on that one. The goal comes at 4:48. Jordan Gaspar, we'll say unofficially, goes to him. Beautiful passing down low for the Panthers. So they get back the goal they gave up, and they have that 14-goal lead again with under 5 to go here in the third period. Lampasona. Ball is wrestled free, sent up field. Everybody trying to cover it, and OA comes down with it. Ganji, he shoots, and it's just wide. Oh, a good release. No, that wasn't Ganji. On that blast there for Oliver Ames, that was Colin Howarth. OA still charging through, looking for its second goal of the game. They're down big, 15-1. Franklin steals it over to Friedman. Friedman drops it short. Quinn. Left wing in the game now is Jackson Palmieri, the senior. Back to Quinn. The low shot is wide to the back line on the shot there by Ethan Barnes. Barnes gets in on the action. So Coach Baker going liberally with his bench players right now. Franklin still with the big lead here in the third quarter. Under 4 to go. Quinn rolls it up to the top for Nate Walsh. Quinn Keelty. one difference you can see when Franklin has in the offensive zone, everybody gets a touch. OA has not been able to set up its offensive structured plays. Ball is chased down. Let's see, I think Franklin is first to get there. And they are there. No, they're going to give it to Oliver Ames. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 15-1. Franklin with a fine showing in their first game of the season. Hearn, he's got some talent for Oliver Ames. Passes upfield, back low, ball is dropped, and Franklin will come down with it with under 3 to go in the third. The wind picking up again here at Piscini Stadium. Franklin with a lot of subs in the game. Good for them to get some game action. That'll count down the road. Jack Nelson, I believe, is in the game now. This is he with it, Nelson. All the game action will count as we go through the season, and players will get that game experience, and who knows how much it'll be important as we get down the line. Nate Walsh charges through, fakes, his ball is wide, and that's going to be chased down by Oliver Ames. First to it is Jared Cohen. Nice play by Cohen to chase it down with under 2 to go here in the third quarter. We'll watch the clock in the fourth quarter with Franklin having a 14-goal lead. See if we go to running time. Campanella sends a player out on the right wing. It's picked up on a hop by John Pedro. Pedro loops one, but right into the waiting net of a Panther. That was taken by Gavin Abdelaziz. .126 to go in the period. A lot of subs into the game here for Franklin, its coach, Chris Baker. .109 left. Fair weather. Down low with it for Franklin is Cole McInerney. Whistle stops play, and that's going to be over to OA. Foul there on the Panthers. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Campanella takes it in his own crease, looking for someone to send it to, and he does on the right side. He gets it up to Rory Gallagher. Gallagher up to Ganji. No, I'm sorry. This is Sean Tian. 30 seconds left. Tian to Ganji. Ganji spinning through. Can't get the shot off. 14 seconds left. This is Hearn. He's got their lone goal. He's a talented player. He gets a pass in front. It's loose and picked off. No, it's rolling to the center of the field. Chopped forward. Ganji is going to let one. No, he won't even take the shot. Time was winding down, and the third period has come to a close. Franklin with 4 goals in that period. 8 in the first period, 3 in the second period, and 4 in the third, for a total of 15 goals. The lone goal for OA by Thomas Hearn at 5:46 in this period. So Franklin, with a lot of subs getting action, still put up 4 goals in that third period. So we'll see if they move the clock here with running time in the fourth period. Remember, Franklin will be back in action on Monday at Milford. If you want to see that game, it'll be a 4:15 start at the home of the Scarlet Hawks. And Franklin returns home a week from Friday, April 10th, to take on Taunton. That's a 3:45 matchup here at Piscini Stadium. And for Oliver Ames, they'll be home on Monday, April 7th, against the same team, Taunton, that Franklin will play on April 10th. So we have a little break in the action with the third quarter over. To recap the scoring, a lot of different scorers now in the game. Quindo with a hat trick, he's got 3. O'Connor with 3, Walsh with 3. Other goal scorers, Keelty with 1, Skasha with 1, Lampasona with 2 now. Lampasona has 2 goals. And Gaspar with, I'm sorry, it's Lampasona with 1. Gaspar, we believe, with 2, and Sean Conlon with 1. And so a total of 15-1. Franklin, a very upperclassman-laden team. They have a bunch of players on this team, and they're basically all juniors and seniors. Under the new regime of Coach Chris Baker, it's not easy to take over for the legend. He's taking over for Lou Verrocchi. He was excited talking to Chris before the game, very excited to be here. He also made mention of that championship basketball team. Just had a thought, championship team, that sounds pretty good. So I know he's got thoughts for going long into this season, which just has started for the first time here tonight. So now there's a new player on the faceoffs for Franklin, and that's going to be, let's see, is that Flynn Baker? It's not Lampasona, I know that. We'll wait till the Panther to turn his jersey. We'll get a good look at his number. It might be Baker. It is Flynn Baker taking the faceoff, and he kicks it forward. And Baker is going to win the ball. Flynn Baker, the captain, member of that aforementioned basketball championship team as well. Ball is loose, and it's going to be a violation, and the ball will be given to Oliver Ames. They're going from right to left here in the fourth and final period. We'll keep an eye on the clock with the 15-1 score. Hearn, double team, still controlling it. Triple team, now it's knocked loose. Flynn battling for it. Ganji comes out the other way with Oliver Ames on the attack. And they'll drop it back deep, back to Thomas Hearn. He's got their lone goal. Came in the middle of towards the end of this third period. Take it down behind the goal. A little wraparound shot is wide. And there's a new goalkeeper in the game now for Franklin. It's Dean Lawless, the junior. So Lawless in net now, replacing Sam Friedman, went the first 3. Hearn makes the move against Lawless. Shot is denied by Lawless. Up for grabs, it's controlled by the Tigers' Braden Gendro. And he's going to retreat way out to midfield. Wow, he went all the way back to his own bench, and now he loops it forward. A whistle and a foul called here. Not sure what the call is, but it's going to go against Oliver Ames, and the Panthers will have it. And Hearn comes out. He and Ganji, their top 2 players. Franklin will restart, send the ball over to the sideline. And Fairweather has it. Jack Fairweather. 9:26 left in this one. O'Connor got the hat trick all in the first half. This is where Franklin wants to work it well. The blast there and the score. Looking for the perfect shot, and they get one by Seamus Conlon, his second goal of the game. And the clock is running. So it's 16-1 as Seamus Conlon has scored 2 of the last 3 goals for Franklin. Comes at 59. Seamus Conlon on the board again, 16-1. And so we are right, it is running time now with the 15-goal lead. 8:37 to go, clock moving. And should Oliver Ames climb within 13, I think we go back to standard time, but here we're on running time. Franklin comes out with it. Making the play for the Panthers was Jack Frigon. Frigon, I guess. Will you pronounce that? Franklin taking their time with the big lead. 8 minutes left on the big scoreboard here at Bassini Stadium. Out deep it goes to Jamison Riskin. Back to Riskin on a give and go, but he can't control it. It's loose and it's dug out in there. Nelson trying for it. That was Jack Nelson, the junior. It's in front. Franklin tries to dig it out. Scascio battled for it, and Oliver Ames comes out with it to midfield. And the ball is taken by the Tigers. And they got some numbers. On the one, number 1 is McAndrew. In front, his shot is blocked on a good defensive play by the Panthers. To Ganji. Spirited play now with a lot of subs in the game. This is their moment, and they're enjoying it. Ganji charges, he shot, and it's blocked on the turf. Oliver Ames can't control it. It's into the stick of Jackson Palmieri. This is Palmieri. Palmieri, the senior, gets it upfield for Nelson. Jack Nelson from Jackson Palmieri with 6:50 to go in this game. So glad you're with us here on Franklin TV. The opening game of the season. What will be in store for this Panther team this year? They had a great run last year, but a lot of new players. Doesn't seem to matter. And there's a foul, delayed whistle here coming. The shot is wide, and Franklin will chase it down. Referee was just blowing a delayed whistle. If the Panthers lost control, he would have stopped play, but the Panthers retained control, so he waved the foul off. And the Panthers have it in front. The charge there, the shot, and the goal. A beautiful goal by Jamison Riskin. That might be his first goal as a Panther. I believe it is. Riskin scores it at 6:03. The clock is running here. 17-1. Jamison Riskin on the board. 17-1. Just playing it out now here in the final 5:30. The clock is moving. Normally after a goal it would be stopped, but not at this stage of the game with the route on here for the Panthers. Flynn Baker for the draw. Baker lost it, but he gained it back. Over to Thomas Quinn. Now in the game is Joey Tarantino. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the game. Thomas Quinn just holding it. New sub coming in, he'll get the ball. In the game now is Nate Walsh. He's had a lot of action in the first half. With it is Joey Tarantino. Tarantino digs it back out. 4.5 to go. There's the shot and the wicked goal. A blast by Quinn Keelty. Keelty, with his second goal of the game, makes it 18-1. Goal comes at 4:12. Quinn Keelty. Franklin with 8 goals in the first period, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, 3 in the fourth. And a lot of the latter part of this game has been featuring the substitute players for Coach Chris Baker. Call out too to their outstanding assistant coach, Tom O'Rourke. So Flynn Baker to take the draw again. Big Panther lead. Franklin on the verge of an opening game rout. Coming through. Losing it there, I believe, was Lampasona. Now the drop pass, the underhanded shot is turned back on the blast by Ethan Barnes, and Oliver Ames will start out. They cross midfield with it. On the ride out there is Colin Howarth, and it's upfield further, and the ball is misfired, and Franklin is going to be first to the ball on a good hustle play there by Franklin. Gavin Abdel Aziz. That's just outstanding hustle. Remember, Lawless is in goal now for Franklin. The pass is stolen. Picked up in there by Hearn. He's an outstanding player. Ganji, the shot is blocked by Lawless. Lawless with a great save. Now the pass is handled to midfield. And here come the Panthers again. This is Cole McInerney. No, I'm sorry. This is not. It's Colby Hodney. 2:19 left. Franklin still controlling it. McInerney, whistle stops play. Not sure what the call is. It's going to be turned over to Oliver Ames with 2 minutes left in the game. Here's Hearn. Thomas Hearn. Nice pass in front. The shot, the save by Lawless again. And it's going to be picked up by Owe with 1:43 to go. Clock moving here in the fourth and final period. Ganji spinning through. Drops the ball, will get it out. Overshoots his target. That was Roman Hobkirk, and Franklin turns it over with 1:20 left. To the top. Coming through, a little left-handed shot is wide on the shot there by Hodney. Goes to the back line with 1:09 left. Franklin on the verge of a nice win on opening night here at Piscini Stadium. 1 minute remains. Campanella. He's gone the route in goal for Oliver Ames. With it now is Rory Gallagher. It's stolen on a nice steal there by Hodney. Here's the shot. It's scored. A score there by the Panthers. It's Joey Tarantino. Makes it 19-1. Tarantino scores with 31 seconds left. Joey Tarantino. So many different scores here for the Panthers tonight. That should do it. 15 seconds to go. We'll see if they even get this face-off off. 10. And they're not even going to line up. And both teams going to their bench. And that's going to do it. It's all over. There's the horn. Franklin wins it by the score of 19-1. They get 8 goals in the first period, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and 4 in the fourth to win it going away 19-1. Leading goal scorers Quinn, O'Connor, and Walsh, 3 each. A lot of supporting help by the substitutes and some of the other backup players for Franklin. That's going to do it for our coverage. Hope you enjoyed this inaugural game of the 2025 season. Franklin wins it. They're 1-0 on the season. We'd like to invite you to come into the Piscini Stadium on Friday, April 10th, when Franklin will host Taunton. That's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of my production coordinator here tonight, Maddie Kozak, this is Pete Royce saying so long from Franklin's Piscini Stadium. The final score for the final time on opening night, Franklin 19, Oliver Ames 1. Till next time, so long, neighbors.